All set. Morning, afternoon, evening, or good night. This is Under Construction with the Modern Crowd, and we are at the CBD store with the owner himself, Mr. George Matlock. What's going on, George?
I'm doing great.
Good, man. Good. So we're at your store today. We'll be interviewing some entrepreneurs, some business owners, and we'll be getting some insight. But I wanted to get some insight as for you, as well as not just your journey in terms of owning the store, but also the products that you think are kind of your favorite ones.
Sure.
In this store.
Perfect.
So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, interesting journey in that I got diagnosed with arthritis about 2.5 years ago, about 2 years ago or so. So that started me kind of in this health space. And I went to an orthopedic. They started me on cortisone shots. I had some neuropathy going on. And they put me on some medication and I really couldn't function on it. It really just didn't work with my body. And so that started me to kind of say, what else is out there? Mm. And a good friend of mine who's a radiation oncologist asked me had I tried CBD. And I didn't know a lot about CBD. So I'm truly one of those who went from sitting on the couch knowing nothing about CBD to own a CBD store. I went into this franchise, your CBD store. They told me, associates took me through kind of here's what I needed. I started on that. And about a month and a half in, I'm like, whoa, this is really working for me. So much so, I go to my wife and I'm like, this is a good idea, I think. And she was like, absolutely not. We're not
owning the CBD store. Yeah.
My wife's a CPA. And she's like, this is not what I'm thinking about. And about a month after that, we're sitting at breakfast and she's like, what is going on with you? Something's changed. I'm like, I think it's the CBD. She's like, if it's working for you like this, then we need to make this happen, right? So that started us to kind of really be on this journey. And I looked at the franchise opportunity to open store here in Buckhead. We're located right in the city near Piedmont Hospital. And now we've been in business about 18 months and it's going very well. We've seen it's a growing conversation with customers and what works, what doesn't work for them. How do we kind of move them to different products? And then things have just been changing from there.
Wow. So you started 2 years. So this was like a quick 6-month process because I'm doing the math now. Yeah. So you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And you just went full in into owning it. Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur too. So
yeah.
It takes nothing for me to jump. If I see an idea, which is good or bad, so if I see something, I'm kind of like, let's strike while the iron's hot.
Okay. So what was the first product you tried?
So I did a tincture. So a tincture is an oil-based product. You take it orally, you take it sublingually, put it under your tongue for about 90 seconds, swallow the product. It usually builds up in the system and your system. So you need to really be on it 3 to 5 days before you see the maximum benefit, really giving it about 15 days. That and a topical. A topical, you usually rub it locally to any area you kind of feel inflammation. And that was kind of my 2 products that I started on. Yeah. Now I've graduated to edibles. There's different ways of consuming it.
Mm-hmm. And let's start with what's your favorite flavor? I got a lemon lime.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd call it. I don't
sure, kind of a hydration drink.
Hydration drink, yes. That was pretty good.
You were a test person.
I was the first person to try this.
Absolutely.
I think I put too much on it, though. I might have had a little bit too much.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Never too much. Never.
So I'm feeling good right now. Good. So when you found out you could flavor these up, like what was the first thing that said, okay, I can, what was your flavor of choice when you first started?
Probably blueberry. Probably blueberry, but we do have strawberry, blueberry. One of the things I would say about this company, so our premier product is SunMed, right? And so they're excellent product people. We really go into product research. Our R&D team is excellent. We're always looking for new ways either to make the product a little bit more consumable, right? And consumer friendly. Also, how do we make it exciting? So the hydration product that you try today is just that. It's kind of a squeezy, kind of put it in your drink water or anything like that. And it kind of hydrates you, also adds that energy piece, and it's reducing that inflammation. So we have smokables, we have vapes, we have edibles, a full range. We have a full vegan product. We have a full line of kosher products. So we're really trying to listen to our consumers, really add that into our R&D and really come out with products customers resonate with.
Interesting. And forgive me if I'm wrong here, I always sort of assumed that all the products would be vegan.
No, because they can have gelatin in them. And some vegans are big on that gelatin piece on the edible side. So
Interesting.
pectin is a new product that comes out. It makes it a little harder, and it's more of a vegan product. But there can be a lot of stuff in there. Vegans are very particular about and they read things.
Wow.
They come in here and they turn it over and so we're trying to follow
I've been vegan before. It was like a 2.5-year stretch. I'm a hypocrite because I definitely had edibles. I didn't check if it was. No, I just figured, it is what it is. So it's got to be vegan.
So you were really vegan light.
I diet vegan. Yeah, I was definitely diet vegan. So what are some of your products of choice now? What are some things that you choose to use now?
Absolutely. So full range. So on the CBD side, whether we have some of our edibles here, all of our products come in 2 forms. So broad spectrum has no detectable THC. Full spectrum can have up to that Georgia legal limit of that 0.3%. So if you have a drug screening concern, you can come in here and consume products as well, right? Depending on the drug screen, depending on your piece, we do put it on you to make sure you're kind of doing your due diligence there. But there's products that you can pretty much have as well. Tinctures, again, is probably where we try to start a lot of people because it's that oil base that's building up in your system and you can find the maximum amount of relief there. Water solubles is another product. You can put it in any type of liquid. Good thing about CBD is not sensitive to heat nor cold. And so you can put it in that coffee, you can put it in the tea, you can put it in a smoothie, and it's fast acting. So our water solubles gets in your system between 5 and 7 minutes and usually lasts 2 to 3 hours. I tend to tell people situational things, situational anxiety, situational pain. Water solubles are great. So part of the experience, I would say, about a retail store in this space is the consultative approach. And that's big of where we are because I think there's just a lot of misinformation about CBD, a lot of poor information or just lack of information. And so coming into where we can really talk, what's going on with you? Tell me your history. Have you taken it? Have you not? What's your journey from a health perspective? Because we are part of the pie, right? We can't solve everything, but we can be a slice. And so we kind of want to hear, what are you doing from a diet perspective? What's your routines? Sleep is a big thing for us, right? So probably our number one complaint from our customers or sensitivity is they're trying to get better rest. And so we need to understand, what does that mean, right? Where on the sleep spectrum are you? And then too, if your house is super chaotic and you're trying to take our product right before you go to bed, it's probably not the best way to take it, right? You need to kind of create this space that our product works well with. And then you tend to have great sleep, all right? One of the greater benefits is CBD, CBN, CBD, and CBG are cannabinoids, and we can get into the science of all of it. But CBN is a cannabinoid also that helps with sleep.
So what does the N stand for?
So cannabidiol is CBD, and so CBN is another cannabinoid that helps with sleep.
Okay, cool. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add in terms of anything you have coming up with the store, anything that you love about the CBD experience that you'd like to share?
What I would say now is the recreational side that we've now kind of really been able to address from a product perspective. We have our Beyond product. We have Above product here as well. Beyond is a Delta 9 product. And you definitely get a feeling from it. And so those who want to experience that evening of relaxation or a little bit more excitement in their evening, you can definitely use some Delta 9 products. I tend to so we have it in a sativa and an indica. Sativa, if I want to clean the house or work out in the yard and I want to feel with my music playing, I may take a sativa edible, right? Indica is more for that chilling on the couch and Netflixing, get my Netflix on. But and the Above is probably our next step. So our Above product is a CBD Delta 8 mix, and Delta 8 is that new product that came out in the marketplace that everybody's talking about that you do get a psychoactive effect from, and so. It's a good piece that we kind of can now talk to customers who really want to have a little bit more excitement with the product.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, George. Much appreciated. Thank you for letting us use your space.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Nice. Looking forward to the event. Let's have a good one.
All right.